for this. The boat. You need to find the goddamn boat. I don't remember where. Oh, it's right there. The gosh darn boat is right there. My man, my dude. I need to get the boat.
Oh, great! I'll head out there in a few hours. The cover of night might help us slip by undetected.
The depths of hell. Dude. Still locked from the other side. Something. Yeah. How do I get inside this house? What's in the house? Well, that's more important to know. What's in it for me? Nothing much. Alright, so that's done. That's done. I need to go left, but let's. You're gonna get saved. Don't worry. Stop crying. I just need to kill off these bitches. That's gonna be a gosh darn problem. The thing is, which one do I want to hit? Of course. Can I catch a goddamn break in this game?
Focus.
Either.
Now. Continue.
I died, alright. And Cetheris brought me back to life. What more do you want from me? I need to kill the big guy first, because he's the worst. And let's put this so I can get my health back. Dude, brother. Where's that fucking place? You son of a bitch. That's fine. And no, you can't live. Sorry. Now that you're done, you're dead. You cannot come back to life. Now, how do I get inside here? It's blocked. There's ecstasy. There's a 3-sword crest. Hi there, mister. I hope you're doing fine. Is there... Do I need to get inside the castle from behind it? Like we saw last time. Last time. Can I though? That's the thing. The hell? Alright. Now that you're dead, I can finally go back there. Yes! I need to get in under it. Alright. Secret tunnel. Oh. And that, my friends, is a vault of forbidden knowledge. And I don't know the combination. There's a chest there. Alright. Another one. Ecstasy suppressor. Now you fell. And since you fell, you cannot come to me. How do I get in there? Probably from the tower there. Jump there. Alright. Let's scan this and see. Chambers of young Lady Harver. Yeah, there's not much of a chamber now, is there? Oh, so that's how. Dead. Another 3 sword. I got ya. What's this is Limbic Armory. Alright. That's is that an ecstasy? Terror. I don't have it. Damn it. Shit. Alright. Well, I know it's there, so that's good. Now we jump off. How? How do I get inside? I know I have to go back to the goddamn... I don't know. I rarely... It's rare that I don't know how to get inside a place. In a video game, get your mind out of the gutters. What does that say? Next floor, vaults of anguish and binding cells for civilian prisoners. Nice pose, bruh. Let's go back inside. Alright, let's go. We'll find a way, we'll find a way. There's always a way. When there's a will, there is a way. That's what my mama taught me. Oh, like this. Is it not? Yes. You can die to Fader. Now I get out there. If you're wondering what that sound is, it's my friend's dog who's sick right now. Got a cold. Well, he got an infection. I think it's called a Pardo. Pardo, I think. Infection. It only attacks dogs, makes them sick, can kill them, and make a skin eruption. I think. I'm not 100% certain on that one. That's what I've heard. So yeah. But right now, I think it's from what we've seen and heard so far, the dog's only having a cold. He only has symptoms like a cold. Nothing major. Stop crying. For gosh sake, you're gonna get saved. In a moment. Me, I'm going back from whence I came. At the beginning of this level. Now you're dead. It was you, but I don't care. And I'm going. Oi, oi, oi. Oi, fuckface. You're going down. Oh yeah, you were a tiny guardian. So it doesn't matter. Face. Face. And face. Damn it. Oh. Pretty easy. These. Pickaxe. A horn. And the schnee. Pretty easy if you ask. I said no. And a rage one. Of course, the fucking grief is the worst. It used to be the rage. Now it's grief. It's giving me grief. There you go. Fuckface. Just hope you're not hearing this noise in the noise I have in my ear right now. It is scratching in my headphones. I have problems with them. I have problems with every goddamn thing on my PC. It's not even funny. I'm on the verge of buying a new one. Or factory resetting it. Just pissing me off that everything on my PC. Like, at home, we have 3 PCs. Me, my best friend, and her girlfriend. I'm the only one with PC problems. The only one. Swords. What does it say? An avid pupil, our future queen learns not only the ways of the Palamist faith, but also the art of war and strategy. You meant strategy. There's a typo right there. Queen Harver Ravetta, destined to become the protector of Palom and defender of our traditions. Our queen, pious and virtuous, rules over Hadia with grace and wisdom. For the love of his queen, King Garland converts to the Palamist faith. Queen Harver Ravetta looks to the east and prepares for war to protect Holy Palam legacy. We have crown, we have the eye. What do we have? A crown again. Utterly victorious over her enemies, our beloved queen enacts plans to purify Hadia from the heretic filth. So swords. Swords. What was he? Crown. That's the last one. Oh, which crown though? Oh, that's the thing. A full crown. So, a full crown, the Eye of Sepphoris, and since we saw it, this. Sword of the Blood Queen, a well-preserved sword, still gleaming despite its obvious age. The ornate golden hilt featured an inlaid jewel found in the sarcophagus of the Blood Queen in Maristan. remarkably well-preserved parchment scroll found in the sarcophagus of the Blood Queen Marathon. Here rests Harver Ravetta, the unyielding divinity, keeper of purity, archon of vengeance, and protector of the righteous. Let our wisdom echo through eternity. Long may our manifold deeds inspire us to greatness. None greater than the Arcus Pyre, the pinnacle of righteousness and pride of our nation. Amidst the wildwood of Senedra, the grand tower looms. Only our beloved queen could envision so profound an understanding. Only our beloved blah blah blah. Sorry. What was the rest of the goddamn scroll? Only our beloved queen could shepherd its foundation, and only our beloved queen could realize its full potential. The spire shall remain forever open to Our Lady Ravetta, and our instrument of vengeance. Here interred. Well, I know where to go. Senedra Forest, here I come. We're going inside the gosh darn tower. Boot. Let's not forget what, Azrael. Yeah. We'll go to Akasa Marshes. First, the reason is, remember a couple episodes ago, or a lot of episodes ago, we gave a lens to the hermit to take photos. There's something to do with that. I know. I'm sure that it was not done. There's still a ritual circle near his hut that we haven't done.
When you have a second, I have more information on the Arcus Spire.
Yes, I know where it is.
Have anything for me?
Do you have anything for me? Yes, children's book.
Let's see what the Zeal server has to say about this one.
An inscription along the spine identifies this book as belonging to Harver Ravetta, a gift from her uncle and guardian, Thomas Ravetta. In our childhood, Harver would spend much time at her uncle's manor in present-day Maristan. The book contains several short stories, allegories, and caricaturized illustrations aimed at young children. Throughout, the pages contain a scornful tone of derision towards Sabinian people, often mocking or demonizing them as sinful evildoers, or even drawing comparisons to insects. A prime example of the indoctrination to which Harver was exposed from a young age, that would ultimately shape her ideology as queen. Yeah,
Nice.
I hate history just because of that. This file contains sensitive information on Operation Appleseed, the code name given to the now infamous Maristan market bombing. The file includes a complete psychological analysis of the candidate chosen to carry out the bombing, Byron Velba. It details the recruitment and subsequent psychological manipulation of the civilian who was specifically targeted due to his participation in the Hivel riots on March 1990. The file proved conclusively that the bombing was not the random act of a Palamist extremist, but a black op devised and orchestrated by the Aestus division of the Axiom. It was carefully planned and executed to heighten ethnic tensions.
My article in the Zeal Council conspiracy is up.
Oh. We'll read all about it. our article about the conspiracy. She has uploaded it to the data pad. We are going to read the fuck out of it because I love the story of this game. Like the backstory, the lore, everything that has to do with this game, I fucking love. Zeal Council, the Architects of Control. Manuscript draft by Tanya Alver, January 1993. For we are opposed around the world by a monolithic and ruthless conspiracy that relies primarily on covert means for expanding its sphere of influence, on infiltration instead of invasion, on subversion instead of elections, on intimidation instead of free choice, on guerrillas by night instead of armies by day. It is a system which has conscripted vast human and material resources into the building of a tightly knit, highly efficient machine that combines military, diplomatic, intelligence, economic, scientific, and political operations. Its preparations are concealed, not published. Its mistakes are buried, not headlined. Its dissenters are silenced, not praised. No expenditure is questioned, no rumor is printed, no secret is revealed. John F. Kennedy, April 27th, 1961. I truly don't want to, because it's fucking long. But let's go. Traditions crafted by the Order of the Eye were designed to suppress the cycle of violence that had plagued their people and keep the outside world oblivious to their secret. Still, time erodes even the most carefully laid foundations. The tensions between Palamists and Sabinians rose again, threatening to unravel the fragile peace. Meanwhile, the rest of the world was modernized, industrializing, globalizing, and inevitably turning its gaze toward the enigmatic nation. The scholars of the Order of the Eye had maintained Hadia's secrecy for centuries, but as technology, warfare, and communication advanced, they realized they could no longer keep the world out. Instead, they would have to bring someone in. The opening of Pandora's box. The scholars sought an ally within the organized nation, the world's emerging diplomatic superstructure. They found their candidate in Caleb Cyprus, a respected UN mediator with deep connections to global powers. He had no allegiances, no extreme ideologies, just a sharp mind and a well-earned reputation for discretion. Caleb saw their invitation as an unprecedented opportunity. A member state with no embassies, no trade agreements, and virtually no foreign presence was extending its hand. But what he found beneath Hadia's surface was beyond anything he could have imagined. The scholars brought him deep underground. They showed him centuries of hidden knowledge, records of forgotten wars, ancient weapons infused with unknown energies, and most horrifying, the preserved remains of Hollowwalkers. He listened as the scholars spoke of time loops and the horrors of the past calamities. Caleb left Hadia a changed man, his mind reeling from the weight of this secret. The scholars had hoped he would take their plight to the ON, securing scientific expertise and funding. Instead, Caleb reported everything to his true masters. For years, Caleb Cyprus had served the interest of three of the most powerful families in the world: Frank Vanderlyn, Henry D. Ward, and Charles Dagan. These men, controlling global finance, oil, and weaponry, had orchestrated world events from the shadows for decades. Now, Caleb had handed them something beyond wealth or power. He had given them the key to unlocking forces older than human history. The man behind the curtain. By July 1946, the three men arrived in Hadia. Frank Vanderlyn was the heir to a dynasty of central banking titans rumored to have orchestrated global financial crisis for profit. Henry D. Ward, CEO of Prime Oil, wielded control over nearly half the world's fuel infrastructure. Charles Dagan, owner of Dagan Industries, had profited from both world wars and played a direct role in the Manhattan Project. They met with the scholars on Hyde Island, deep within Hadia's restricted lake kiln. The Order of the Eye revealed everything, hoping these men would help secure the future. Instead, the three saw an opportunity to reshape the world. The ZL Council, an elite syndicate of industry titans, would work alongside the scholars. But while the Order of the Eye sought to contain the calamity, the ZL Council had far grander ambitions. They saw the Eye as an experiment. What the scholar considered a curse, the ZL Council saw as a potential source of power, energy, and weapons. Thus, Operation Moloch was born, a decades-long project designed to provoke a controlled calamity and study its effects. The Order of the Eye was left in the dark. The Axiom, the gears of Operation Moloch. In 1948, the ZEAL Council established the Axiom, a vast and secretive organization divided into four major divisions. Cerebrum, led by Edwin Pearson, focuses on scientific research, biology, chemistry, physics, and energy studies related to the Eye of God and the time loops. General Emerson oversees Manus, the military arm overseeing logistics and security, and the elite OMSIF soldier trained to counter limbic entities. Oculus, headed by Joseph Donovan, is the intelligence division responsible for espionage, surveillance, and information control inside and outside Hadia. Hyastis, operated by William Fleming, specializes in propaganda and psychological warfare. It is tasked with manipulating Hadia's political landscape and controlling the media. Each division worked independently without knowing the greater plan, ensuring no single group had all the pieces. Only the ZL Council knew the full scope of Operation Moloch. Operation Moloch, the grand design. According to files retrieved from the ZL servers, the blueprint for Operation Moloch was meticulous and spanning decades. Every phase was calculated, orchestrated, and most disturbingly, executed with unwavering precision. The phases that have already passed are terrifying in their implications. The phase yet to unfold, even worse. Phase 1, the hermit state. The first step in the plan was absolute isolation. A change in government was essential, one that could single-handedly control the people and seal the country off from outside interference. The Order of the Eye and the ZEAL Council sought a leader who could do just that. The making of a tyrant. Garion Yankel was an enigma. To the Palamist, he was a humble man of modest background. To the Sabinians, he was an intellectual and reformer. To the Order of the Eye and the ZEAL Council, he was a useful puppet. A former head of palace security, Yankel was already accustomed to quelling unrest with an iron fist. More importantly, he had no deep loyalty to either ethnic group. He was the perfect blank slate. The Zeal Council's propaganda arm, Aestis, worked tirelessly to shape Yankel's image. They carefully molded public sentiment and nudged the people toward political change through bribes, coercion, and propaganda. By 1952, the stage was set. The staged coup. Under cover of darkness, Yankel's forces stormed the royal palace. The royal guard never stood a chance. When the smoke cleared, the monarchs and their family were dead. The next day, Yankel stood before the people and declared himself the Republic of Haiti's president. The transition was anything but smooth. Protests erupted, resistance faction formed, the country teetered on the brink of chaos. It was precisely what the Zeal Council wanted. Sealing the borders. Between June and December 1953, the new government passed sweeping laws, censorship. Every newspaper required government approval before publication. Travel restrictions, passports were revoked. Leaving or entering the country now required presidential authorization. Surveillance and policing. The civilian police were transformed into a military branch. New tattletale programs rewarded citizens for turning in potential dissenters. Then came the physical barrier. By March 1954, construction began along Haiti's borders. Walls, razor wire fences, checkpoints, watchtowers, and minefields surrounded the nation like a vice grip. Millions of darns, Haitian currency, were poured into military expansion. The national army swelled, military service became mandatory, and desertion became punishable by death. By August 1957, the operation was complete. Haiti was officially a hermit state. Phase 2, the power keg. I'm sorry. Hey, that's the dog fucking coughing. With the country locked down, it was time to prime it for destruction. The Zeal Council believed that the population wasn't divided enough. To ensure maximum tension when the time came, they needed a more even distribution of Palamis and Sabinians across all provinces. In 1959, Garion Yankel addressed the nation, announcing his grand vision of unification. A relocation program was established, overseen by Axiom agents. Incentives were offered to encourage migration. Later, lotteries were introduced, forcibly relocating citizens to new regions. The changes planted the seeds of resentment. The old wounds of ethnic strife deepened. In 1960, the Carnival and Week of Peace were celebrated. Haitians had no idea they were celebrating for the last time. Behind the scenes, the Axiom meticulously studied the limbic invasions. They had one goal: to master the cycle. Their OMSIF soldier trained relentlessly, preparing for the calamity. By 1981, the Zeal Council decided the country was ripe for chaos. It was time to light the fuse. Phase 3, lighting the fuse. With tensions bubbling just beneath the surface, the Zeal Council prepared their next move: the assassination of Garion Yankel. I'm sorry. The assassination on June 26, 1982. Garion Yankel was found dead at his private resort on Lake Simon. The official cause was suicide. Unofficially, an Oculus hit squad made sure he never saw it coming. The nation spiraled into uncertainty. The Grand Coalition. With the dictator gone, Haiti's 4 provinces gained autonomy, forming a fragile coalition government under the Zeal Council's watchful eye. But this was merely a waiting game. Between 1982 and 1990, the Axiom pulled every string imaginable to keep Haiti on course. They manipulated the media, which was entirely under Zeal Council control. Hate speech, historical grievances, and propaganda ran rampant. The new government and its parliament were continuously sabotaged by blocking political agreements between the provinces. As parliament stagnated, so did the public. As parliament stagnated, so did the public's trust. God damn. Journalists, activists, and moderates were silenced through intimidation and, in some cases, assassinations. The spark that lit the fuse. In March 1990, Phineas Bizima, Umbrahan's governor, delivered an incendiary speech demanding the return of the Illigat Valley. Riots broke out in Yvel, orchestrated by Axiom's agent provocateur. In April 1990, a bomb detonated in the Marston market. Dozens died. The Palomist nationalists were blamed, igniting waves of violence. Tensions reached their breaking point. By March 1991, Argola and Umbrahan had invaded Jehania. Asteria retaliated. The Haitian Civil War had begun. For 2 years, both sides committed unspeakable war crimes, while Haitians watched in horror. The Zeal Council prepared for the real experiment. Phase 4. Sacrificial lamb. Not much left. The war provided the perfect cover for the Zeal Council desire for unrestricted access to the sixth calamity. In December 1992, OMSIF soldiers and Cerebrum scientists were deployed across Haiti to collect and secure the experiment. Haiti was never meant to be saved. The Zeal Council's true goal was a controlled limbic invasion. To study it, harness its power, and exploit its potential unburdened by the morale qualms of the Order of the Eye. The millions of Haitians caught in the chaos, nothing more than collateral damage. And the worst is yet to come. The last and final stage of Operation Moloch, called immolation, has not yet come to pass. I can only conclude that the Zeal Council intends to eliminate all the evidence and witnesses. I do not want to know how they plan to execute this last phase. The Unleashed Chaos. After roaming in Haiti with my partner, we've noticed that the OMSIF and science outposts are in shambles. Did the Zeal Council not foresee the calamity's scale and magnitude? The creatures were unpredictable more than anticipated. The time loops expanded beyond control. Everything I have read on the Zeal Council shows repeatedly that the Zeal Council and its Axiom were prepared. What happened? Haiti is no longer an experiment. It is a catastrophe, a crime against humanity. And I'm confident that the Zeal Council feels fear for the first time. I'll be back. I need to go to the bathroom again. Sorry. I'm back though.
Good find. I'll look it up.
Early in the 8th century, after 300 years of violent religious war, the forces of the Palomist traditionalists and the Sabinian reformists tentatively set aside their differences to focus on the rising danger that threatened them both. The white horse became a symbol of that truce. It represented hope, a light in the darkness, courage to face the evil ahead. These small wooden figurines were carried by soldiers on the battlefield to signal to their former enemies that they intended to uphold the truce. Oh. That's fun. Shut up. I hope you don't hear the fucking scratching sounds that I hear in my headphones. Because if yes, I'm a bit fucking pissed. Hi Victor. That's not why I'm here, my friend. I am here to see a hermit. And while we're at it, I'm gonna go destroy that time loop at the abbey. Oh shit. Please, for the love of Setharis, since we're in Palazus, that the hermit is not dead. Or if yes, I'm gonna be pissed. Can you run faster, Remy? God, you're slow as shit. Is the hermit still alive? Yes, he is.
Wall is full. Good lens. Great work. Getting too close. Watch for rats. All coming together now. Yes.
Alright. So this. 2 bars. Arrow. Circle. Spikes. But where's the arrow pointing to? The arrow is there. Yes. So 2 bars. Arrow. Circle. And spikes. Yeah. Yeah, boy. All this for... Ooh. Defy the hand of faith, becoming immune to control effects when exhausted. What does that mean? I don't know. I'm sorry. My stomach hurts. I had to take a little break. Again. But now I think we're good. We're good. Shut up, butch. I know where to go. Let's go to Senedra Forest. And let's get that tower opened. And let's go break that goddamn time loop. 'Cause I know where it is. Pop up here. I think I remember where it is. It is down there. Theta. No, Sigma. It's the only Sigma I had left. Well, that's bullshit. That was a bed down there? And you killed someone? Who is you, bitch, to kill someone? To assassinate someone? You're just corpses now. Alright, from there. There's a way up here. In the forest. Alright, let's go to the tower. It's fun to watch this back because at the beginning I had difficulties-ish with them. Now I'm just plowing through them. The monolith. Oh, a rage haze. Come on, come through. He's dead. Hellfire is up, and now you're dead. I need to implant is a sword. Yeah, that's a dog. Ooh. The architecture and the that's Ravetta, the Blood Queen, and lots of parchment and scrolls of forbidden knowledge that I can't read or take with me. What I would have done is bring the APC all the way to there, and while I'm doing this, I would have told Tanya, take everything, scan it, and put it on the Zeal server, not the Zeal server, but on a data place. Oh, wow. Oh, that's TR. But it's beautiful. It's broken down. It's old. It has some vegetation brewing. Is that a big one? Yep. Yeah, they're large. Pretty large. Yeah, it's gorgeous. That's the inside of the tower. That was just the... Well, that should be the entrance. Both sides are clearly identical. Bop, bop, bop. Locked from the other side. Alright, so let's go through this door. It's clearly the one that opens. There's a snipey boy over there. No more snipey boys. What's up, dog? Ooh, chest. Limbic capacitor. Alright. I love the sound that the sound design in this game is phenomenal. You can see they put a lot of thought and effort on it, so the game sounds great. I just have difficulty with my headset, but still the game sounds amazing. Just when you kill all the time loop guardians, the big rumbly sound, it's phenomenal. Hey, big guy. No, you can't touch me. This is my no-no square. Why is there a prison open? A cell with nothing in it. Another one. Another one. There's tiny steps. Oh my god. This is a bloodbath. Holy fuck, man. Oh, they're just one kill. Alright, what's up, fuckface? If there was XP in this game, that would be the farming ground. Like, you wouldn't care if they gave you like 5 XP while the others gave you like 300. There's more XP to be gained here than anywhere in the game, so you would just load this back and come back here, just farming them. Still hurt like a bitch. Shit. Wow, that's a phenomenal. Oh, just realized that's the mouth of the serpent god. TR. Like the devil. But this is a bloodbath. Is this where it all began? Like the calamity began here? That would make sense story-wise, I believe. Since there's a lot of body here, they were all trying to contain it. They got overran by all these hollows. Like all the hollows came from here. The level 1, the grade 2, the grade 3, all the variants with the haze. So here was a war and a bloodbath. For sure. I'm killing every single one of them. At least they don't give material, and at the same time I wish they would. give a little bit of material, like maybe 1 or 2, just so it matters, but not a lot. So it's like not like the usual 10, 15, because you'd have a shit amount of them, but more like 1, 2. Still get a shitload of them, but at least it would be. Can I go more up and around? So it serves a purpose than just have them here be one and that's it. Can I go up there? Is there a reason to go up there? That's the question. No, it does not. The entrance is broken. So I need to go down to go up. Alright. Oh, there's something written right there. I didn't see it. What does it say? Abyss of Demise, Passage of Tending. I'm tending the sewers. Great. Don't look under my robes, please. Oh, fuck. I love this place. It gives me the heebies. And already I had the GBs, so I have a full set. Oh. Oh, now I have a full set. What the fuck is this? Are those all bodies? Like decomposed bodies? There must be billions of them. Fuck. Was it that what, like a pit for dumping bodies, or oh, I don't want to know, but I kind of don't. Is it weird that I want to know, but at the same time I don't? Oh, natural cave. Is that like a natural, what do you call it? Cauldron or some shit? Like a big hole in the ground where water goes in nature. And they built a fucking tower over it. Enemies over there. Jiminy Christmas. How do I get there? I'm gonna get sniped. From over there. Alright. Going back up to get that tiny item. We're almost at the end of the game, I think. We just need the terror, waystone, keystone, whatever the name of that shit is. I missed. Oh. I didn't go where I needed to go. Don't tell me I'm fucking stuck. Oh, thank you. Fuck. I need to jump down, walk across, and don't land where you want it. Alright. And I don't know how to get there. Big boy. Big boy. Itty bitty boys. Oh, you gonna get up? Nothing is dead down here. No hollows are dead here. They're just sleeping. He's just a sleepy boy. When you don't have haze protecting you guys, you're not as tough. Just the little sound of steps going up a ladder. It's great sound design. I'm pretty sure that's how a rickety fucking wood ladder would sound like. Unlock. You have a piece of it in mine. Need that symbol on the key. Yeah. Remy, you don't know how to fucking jump. Go down, easy. Jewel dagger, an old dagger with gemstone embedded in its hilt. In the hilt. Didn't see a gem, but if you say so. If you say there's a gem, I'll believe you. Why are you not attacking? What the hell? Did you need me to take the chest to attack? I don't know, but y'all dead. Another capacitor. Missing a little something. Alright. Good to know. Pretty sure I need to go that way to get the little something. Yep. Okay. Meow. Sorry. Don't know what's. So now it can move. The short natural lodge. Do I go up or down? Up. That's humongous, and that thing is.
Throw a rock and hate here, and you will either hit a corpse, cemetery, or mass grave. Pile of bones. They've been at each other's throats for a long time.
Too long. The civilians were the victims. Sure, if we look hard enough, our powerless bones out there somewhere.
Will they ever stop killing each other?
We can only hope.
You said it, Remy. We can only hope. again. There's nothing I can do. It's just watch. Well, look around here first, then. Faded parchment, a worn faded letter with cryptic writing and bearing a wax seal of 3 swords. About that. Armor. That'll be all for me today, guys. Thank you very much for watching this episode. And if you liked it, punch that like button in the face. And if you enjoy the content I do and you want to see more of it, please subscribe to the channel. It'll mean a lot to me and to you, so I can bring you more joy, more relaxed episode like this one, and more games to come. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you, especially the one in the back over there on the left. Bye bye.